Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Marie. My business, social media handles, website, and YouTube channel are Mareevuitton. In this series, I'm going to give you the short form videos of the most used how-tos in Studio Designer. These videos are the remake of last year's how-to series, but you may have noticed that Studio Designer got a bit of a facelift in 2025. That prompted me to reshoot all these videos to help the new users because the screen is going to look a bit different. Okay, the processes and teachings, my tips and tricks remain the same. But again, I just want to make sure that I reshoot them because of the way that it looks different on screen. Okay, so as always, please leave your feedback and questions in the comment section and be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you found the video useful. Subscribe to stay updated. Now let's dive in. In this video, we're going to go over setting up sales codes. I think this is an important topic because I see so many mistakes and issues and problems in studio that could have very easily been avoided had you taken the time to either watch one of my videos or ask for help. Basically, from the home screen, you're going to select the gear icon, and right here under sales codes, you'll be able to see, all the sales codes that you have set up. Now, I have some that are extra that are not part of the original setup, but primarily I usually will look in this section I only peek in here to look for new sales codes because anything that came standard is probably correct unless somebody tweaked it. Okay, but usually I first look for any new sales codes. If I don't see any, I just peek at a few to make sure that these aren't tweaked. What do I mean by that? Well, Studio has a pecking order. Remember how I said that we set up things at the company level? Those are the company-wide defaults. Then there are different defaults under the client vendor setup that then override certain things. So in a case where, our markup might be 30% or 35%, but then whenever we use this client, or this vendor, it's this. Okay, there's different reasons why you would change things. And if you do not know what those reasons or what the pecking order or those reasons are, setting up this powerful system with just about anybody is probably not wise. I mean, I see it happen all the time. But yeah, there's my blip. So now that we're doing that, I'm just kind of showing you that these are all the things that you can default. You can see here that there are income accounts, markups, and cost of sales. So what's happening is I'll see people do all of this, but then never set up a GL code or have it going to like the checking account. Okay, so that means every time that you sell something, your cost of goods sold is going to end up in your checking or end up in some wonky account. Know what you're doing before you just come in here and start setting things up. I see people do it all the time, or they hire somebody that just doesn't know the system very well or how it works. Okay, that is going to be the root of all your problems because in the beginning you're setting up defaults. Okay, so each of these need to have a GL account. Okay, and if you open these up, like for example, I believe like accessories is a standard, custom art is not, fabric, flat fee, floor covering, freight, furniture, labor, lighting. All of these are all, I think I added reimbursable, but the rest of these are all standard except for custom art. Okay, and that you can see I created custom art GL accounts in order to do this. Okay, so you're not going to be adding things without knowing. Okay, so sales codes need GL accounts. If you need to add more or tweak this, let's say you're not doing these things and you have a different classification, start with changing the sales code here before you start adding a bunch of new ones because you will screw up your system. Okay, so I want to make sure that I make that very clear because I do see tons of problems here. And oddly, a lot of times you don't need the cost codes that you're needing. So definitely check in. A lot of times, they're using things that are interchangeable with some of the things. So start with utilizing what you have or overriding the standard first before going in. Okay, if there's any questions about what I said, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.